Alright, I just felt like today was a good day to take a look at some bivets again. I got rid of all of the high virility whales, and I'm left with only the slow breeding but extremely large whales. This has done wonders for keeping my frame rate down, and the game looks a lot better now. Now, I'm actually looking at a baby prog right now. I'm just going to go back to the prog name. We're not doing scavengers, we're not going to do predators, these are just progs. And this prog right here is basically functioning as a parasite on this giant whale. Oh, nope, it's definitely predated. I was wrong. They just take a really long time to kill. But, you know, it kind of functions as a parasite at first, until it gets big enough. I don't necessarily know how they're tracking, because we are losing neurons. We're down to 22 neurons here. And they are very effectively avoiding plants, despite the fact that they can use them for nutrition. They've also devolved the turning, the click radius. I think what happened is I created an environment that is so large that it no longer makes sense for them to rotate in a small circle, and so now they just go straight. It's a better bet. This one is going to die because of it, most likely. Now let's, go look at another one. But this is why it makes sense. This is a long, long way from the void. They've also devolved predation by the active predation. They don't seem to intentionally hunt the big whales. I'm gonna move things around so it's actually obvious to see. Here we have rotate, we have a feeder that says plants are a no-go at 1.5, which is actually naturally evolved. We have whatever this multiplier is connecting to, which is meat closeness. Meat closeness affects rotation negatively. I don't understand that at all. What is the other thing? Meat angle. Oh, maybe that's to slow it down, to keep it from doing that really fast bob. That's kinda cool. The closer it gets, the less it rotates towards the meat, because it's already lined up. It doesn't have to keep lining up. That's neat. Unfortunately, it does mean that they are no longer predators. They're just really, really good scavengers again. I'm kind of fine with that. I can program active predation in at any time, so I'm not really overly concerned with losing it. I am trying to get these guys weaned off of external whales as much as possible, which is why I actually nerfed the whales as they are. These guys don't die very often. They live very long lives. Let's actually take a look at the oldest one. It's 3,100 seconds. Whereas the blue whales, the smaller ones, I really could only expect them to last 2,600 seconds. So, you know, an extra, if that's a 50% boost nearly, I'm not going to do the math. They're big, they're slow, their eggs cost 1,279 to make, which means that they have to put a lot of effort into reproducing, which is the thing that really does serve to keep their populations down. They're going up. I did have them down to 300 when I first made the change. And you know, their brains are still evolving. So, I lost my train of thought again. Don't worry about it. It's because I'm looking at these whales. Now, they do a fantastic job of traveling between these three islands. They don't really struggle out here. There is a lot of meat out here, but you know, that's because they're doing all right. And there seems to me to be a big emphasis on just getting older, because they do reproduce so slowly that they have to get older in order to keep the population up. Getting old Bibbits has always been a struggle, but maybe that's because I'm focusing on the wrong things. I like this whale. It's big, it's peaceful, it's really, really slow. I don't really know how I would change it, honestly. If I wanted to reduce the population further, I would increase the egg-laying cost. And in order to increase the egg-laying cost, that would require me to change hatch time to 5, from 5. I wouldn't go more than half a step at this point, 5.5. I'm going to give it a shot and see what happens. Oh man. Place Bibbit. Open save folder. And I am looking, I need to save one of these guys first. So this is the oldest one, so I'm going to save it. Copy. Save. Oh, come on. Control V, mod whale 22K. It is still a 22K. These things aren't developing fast because they're not cycling through their population. What is going on? Okay, and it is the first save that I've done of this species. What I'm going to do now is open that up. Wherever it is. What did I save it as? Mod whale 22K1. I just opened it up in a notepad. I control find, and I am looking for hatch. Hatch time. Let's do 5.5. Cancel. I need to make a copy of this. Copy. Control V. I'm going to rename that version 0, but it is not mod whale anymore. We're going to call this ancient whale. Okay, now I'm going to open up ancient whale instead, and then I'm going to find hatch, and I'm going to set it to 5.5. Now, I want ancient whales to be a different color. I'm just going to reduce the color because it's 151 right now, which is really makes it very vibrant. I'm going to reduce it to 3, 1, 3.3.1.3. I'm not going to explain it. All right, pop it open, place a Bibbit. Oh, I did it again. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to open up the ancient. I have to refresh because it wasn't there. Ancient whale. It's going to be spawned in as a baby because I just like to do that. It's going to be default tagging, and there it is. Ancient whale. Egg laying cost is now 1545. Whoops. As opposed to 1279. So 250-ish? I'm not going to write it down. I'm not going to remember it. Now, I don't expect these things to thrive in this environment. It's going to take too long for them to reproduce, but I am going to spawn in a reliable amount of them. Default tagging, minimum 10 randomized genes, no. So they will just continue to persist in this environment. They should get even bigger. Just no reproduction. I don't want to fast forward this because if I do, it's going to drop the frame rate and I'm going to lose a bunch of these little guys, you know, the entertainment. So I'm gonna leave this guy alone and go look at something else for a while. Here's just a random scavenger prog. Okay, I haven't made any changes in here for quite some time. I have been experimenting with hatch time just to try to dial in their egg. Ideally, I want to actually increase these numbers because that puts stress on the neural net to improve. The longer they have to hatch, the more expensive the eggs are, and the more difficult it is to sustain this population. Better neural nets out of it. I would like to increase speed simply for the capabilities of the creature. I just want the Bibbit to be able to go as fast as it can. And I have noticed that because of speed, we get a lot of beautiful little neural nets that impact the speed of the Bibbit. It can't just always go fast because it'll never catch what it's trying to catch. See how it has to stop? But because it can go fast, it can jump from one place to the next like nobody's business. It has a lot more control over the field than... I can't say that. The whales have all of the control over the field. The scavenger progs are just significantly more agile. Alright, so these guys are up here playing bumper cars at half a mile an hour. It's hard to be a whale. They also don't have the ability to change their body at all, and I do kind of want to make the whales smarter. I might experiment with giving them 360-degree vision as well. The problem is, I suspect that will actually hinder the population at first. Alright, what's the ancient whale doing? Okay, you are barely old at all. 333, 528. Just running around mowing down plants. It has enough energy now to reproduce, and it did so immediately. Neat. That is still almost 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes-ish to reproduce from a baby. I don't even know how fast the mod whales do it. Again, these guys aren't very interesting to watch. Oh, so this is the reason why I usually have to kill the faster breeding population, is because these guys will ultimately win in a game of bumper cars, simply because there's more of them. These guys might win every once in a while, but the larger ones don't handle the attrition rate well. How are you doing on your belly? You have 1.5 miles to go, and you're gonna go it. 740 energy. It was saving up for a new egg. So now we get to see why they end up out in the Great Blue. Great. Do I want that to be blue? I think I can change that. Settings, screen resolution, background color. I'm gonna up the blue. It's too blue. Maybe a little bit more green. I mean, we have plenty of green over here. I don't like that blue. That blue just doesn't vibe with me. Just gonna put just a little bit of red in there. It's hungry. No. Too much blue. Now it's purple. I don't want it to be purple. This is adequate. Whatever. I understand. We need shaders. What was I looking at? Ancient whales. Who's the oldest? Right here, it's you. It's a purple whale. It is over an hour. To be expected from these guys. This is the youngest, well, not necessarily the youngest, but the newest generation. They're in their 37,000th generation. And you just ignored it. Yeah, they just do the long jump, man. Wait. I think I'm being tricked by the back of the thing. Try another one. Are you gonna become a snack? You are gonna become a snack. Are you gonna become a snack? Oh, 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 oh. He became a snack. We got an ancient whale here, 558 seconds. There's 13 of them. They are reproducing. I don't know if they're gonna sustain their population, but they're doing something. Little baby one again. How old are you? 110 seconds. Less than 2 minutes old. You got a long way to go, bud. But you're gonna get there. You're gonna suck that whole plant down, and you're gonna get there. Snack? Hold on a second. I don't understand what just happened there. There's... Clearly you could see that. Well, that's why the babies die so often. You have to have a lot of babies so that they can die when they're stupid. Sometimes I hear myself talking. I need to realize I need to shut up. I didn't really have a point for this. I just wanted to show you what this looked like. I'm going to slap some music on it, and then I'm going to post it and see how it looks when I look at the analytics. So, you guys have a great day. I'm going to go finish what I'm doing. Hold on, ancient whales. I think they might actually take off. That'll be for some other time now. Bye.